Ryan,
What is up?
what's happening?
What's good?
Hey, first of all, I just want to thank you for coming and doing this interview with us.
Of course.
We here at the Chirac Magazine studio.
Gang, gang. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, representing. Hey, first of all, we finna make history right here. You know why?
Why?
Because you the first female barber we had down here.
Tell him one more time.
Going
Tell him one more
down.
time.
The first female barber.
First female black barber at that.
At that. Yeah, so tell the people a little bit about yourself, where you come from, where you grew up, who you are. So they
Okay.
can get to know that real bright personality you got over there.
Of course. Okay, so I am Ryann So Fly. You can catch me on IG as Ryann So Fly. My name is Ryan Simmons. I am from the burbs of Chicago, and I cut right now in Lake Villa, Illinois. I am a daughter of a barber. I am a niece of a barber. I'm a granddaughter of a barber. So I grew up in a barbershop, so barbering is my life. So come fuck with me and get right.
So you a daughter of a barber.
Yes, I grew up in a barbershop. My school bus didn't drop me off at home. It dropped me off at the shop for years.
What shop
Years.
is that? What shop?
So this was Amazing Cuts on Grand Avenue. And everybody in Lake County and their mamas went there. We had Bears players. We had Bulls players. We was doing house calls. Like we was around town. We was from Lake County to Cook County.
Amazing Cuts.
Amazing Cuts in Waukegan.
What was your dad? What's your dad's name?
My dad's name is Chris Simmons. And he's the one that inspired me on my journey.
Was he a good barber?
Man, he was so cold. I'd be walking around Gurney Mills like, hey, you need to go to my dad because who fucked you up? Type shit.
Oh yeah. How long has your dad been cutting? Does he still cut now?
Yeah, he is still cutting because, you know, it's an easy bag. It's an easy bag. So whenever things are slow for him, he has a lot of different business ventures. He'll go back to cutting. But he's been cutting all my life. So that's the only hustle I've ever seen him have. So I respect it because I grew up thinking I was rich, you know? So I'm like, yeah, I want to be a female barber because that's a bag for men in general, but also for women. They have a different sense of like, they have that different touch, you know?
The barbers getting money like that?
Man, are they? Are they?
Hey, look, Greg was in here and he told me that somebody gave him $500 to do with a beard.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I believe it because it's time, patience, and skill. Like, we got all that. And then it's like, it's a personal aspect with it too. So a lot of people come to us for different things, whether it's like therapy session, whether they want to feel pampered or just get away, but also leave feeling right. Like, what I bring is confidence. So you gonna leave feeling confident as hell no matter what service you get.
Mm-hmm. So tell us what it was like growing. You grew up in Waukegan?
I did grow up in Waukegan.
How was that growing up in Waukegan?
Growing up in Waukegan was cool. I love the immersed culture of Hispanics and Blacks. I love how they intertwine. So when I get Hispanics in my chair, it's really familiar for me. And when I get different hair textures like that, it's familiar to me also. So growing up in Waukegan was cool. I didn't mind it. I eventually graduated from Gurney and graduated from Warren. Shout out the Blue Devils.
What year you graduated?
I graduated in 2016.
Oh, not too long ago.
Exactly.
So how old are you?
I am 25 years young.
Oh yeah, you still young.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So tell us about your journey on becoming a barber. So you a student now, right?
Yeah, so I am a student. And my main goal was basically to have something in the family. Like, you know, break them generational curses. So my goal was to have our family name on something, no matter what it was. And what we had at the time was a building and a business. So my plan was to basically take over the shop and get my license. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna own the barbershop and take it over, then I might as well know how to cut just in case.
Right.
So that was my goal and that was my plan. And then the riots happened.
It was riots in Waukegan?
Yes. When it happened in Chicago, during the George Floyd situation, they also happened in Waukegan.
Oh, that's crazy.
So our shop got burned down.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And it was on, you said Grand Avenue or what?
Grand and Lewis.
Grand and Lewis. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, didn't people know your dad? And didn't they know that was your dad's barbershop?
Of course, they did know him. But at the time, I don't think it was people that were in their right mind. I think it was people that was going out just for the thrill of going out and doing bad shit. Like, I don't think it was people that was familiar to us. It couldn't have been.
Right.
It couldn't have been.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that plaza definitely got looted and burnt up and whatnot. So my dad took the opportunity to start a different business venture.
Oh, okay.
And since then, I've still been picking up pieces and putting myself through school because I still want to have cutting hair under my belt. Like, I still have a passion for it and a love for it. I still look at face like, yo, I could have did better than that. So since I have such a love for it and a passion for it, and I love the creative field, I'm still doing it.
So how does your dad feel about you cutting hair?
My dad, he is super, how do I put this? We're rebuilding our relationship. So he's enthusiastic, but from a distance type shit.
Oh, so y'all not getting along right now?
We're getting along. He's just on his own journey as I am as well. So we're both adults. We both are happy for each other from where we're standing, but it's grind time for both of us.
Right. Who's a better barber, you or your dad?
My dad, of course. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Right.
Of course, my dad.
Yeah. Did you pick up anything from him?
I did, man. I was in the shop from like age 2 to probably age 20. So I picked up a lot. I picked up a lot of skills. I picked up a lot of designs, techniques, a lot of structure and flow. And I really do like the barbershop community. And I really love the jokes that are cracked. I love the people that come in and sell their things, their perfumes and their clippers. I love all that. I love the culture. I love being around men. I love hearing the conversations. I love being on the other side of the fence. So it's cool. I fuck with it.
So what's one of the techniques that you picked up from your dad that separated you from everybody else?
I mean, I feel like if I told you, it wouldn't separate me.
Why?
Because I would tell you my secrets, and I can't give you that sauce.
I don't think there's too many secrets in the barber game.
I got a couple.
Give me one.
One secret?
Yeah.
All right. So definitely before a lineup, it would be shampooing the hair, whether that's in the chair or at the bowl, laying the hair down with a hot towel and mousse, and then hitting that lineup after you spray it with the hairspray. So you get that crispy edge up, but without the pencil.
That ain't no secret.
It's not.
All the good barbers do that.
They better be doing that then. I'm just saying, he was probably doing it before I saw it on social media. Maybe he needs social media.
Mm-hmm. So he developed a good technique that you picked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Yeah, you always gotta. I mean, because I used to cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to cut. And that was one of, I guess you could call it a secret, but that was one of the things that I used to do too.
Where'd you cut at?
I cut in Round Lake.
So did you know my pops?
Maybe if I see him.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably if I see him, I probably know him. The name doesn't sound familiar, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm better with faces than names.
Okay. Ryann So Fly.
Yeah, where you get that name from? You named yourself that?
I did, and honestly, just because I'm so fly. Like, people be telling me all the time, "Why are you so fly?" So it matched.
So you stuck with the Ryann So Fly. That's what's up. Hey, so how you like being in barber school?
Honestly, I love it. I am in school, so I get a lot of opportunity to practice on all types of heads, whether it's color, whether it's dreads, braids, whether it's locks, anything like that. I get to practice on and just have an unapologetic approach. So I appreciate it.
That's what's up. So I know one thing about the barber game is a part of being a good barber is you gotta like focus on the detail.
Facts.
Yeah.
Detail is everything.
Detail is everything. So with that being said, tell me one of the most difficult detail cuts that you did, but a good one though, not no bogus. You know what I'm saying? They got to be one of them super crispy and tell me you know, what it was and how you approached it and what made it one of the, you know what I'm saying, best cuts you did?
So super detailed, you said.
Yeah, or just, yeah, detailed and crispy. Just, that boy got to be right.
So one time when a man left my chair super detailed and super crispy was when he had a flat top. He came in with a fro and wanted a flat top. And you gotta be detailed for that because it's a lot of freehand clipper work. Definitely. It's a lot of that. And you gotta be steady, you gotta be patient, and you gotta be real particular. So he came in my chair, he had a fro that was super grown out. He'd been growing it for like 4 years or so. He usually wore braids, but off and on. So it still was able to stick up. It was still super thick. And he was really particular on whose chair he sat in. And eventually he picked mine after seeing some work on my Instagram. Shout out Ryan Cuts on Instagram. And he saw some of my work and he trusted me. And what we did was we created a flat top out of a fro. And he left loving it. He left super happy. It was really perfect. Reminded him of the 90s. And it was exactly what he was looking for.
Yeah, that's what's up. You gotta, if you put we used to call it a box. Mm-hmm. So if you put you know what I'm saying, a box on that dude, you know what I'm saying, being a baby from the 2000s, you know what I'm saying, and you had that boy super detailed like that.
He was so detailed.
Yeah, you gotta have that barber hand a little bit.
Yes, he loved it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, super steady.
That's what's up. So how do you deal with the stereotypes in the barber industry, you know, as far as like it's a male dominated industry and a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, might feel like, you know, a woman can't cut as good as men?
Honestly, I don't try to fight any stereotypes. That actually happened today to me in school. There was a lady and she brought in her 3 boys and they all just needed lineups. They had locks and they just needed lineups. So Mr. G called me from the back. Ryan! He called me. I came running. I was like, what you need? He was like, can you go get that little boy? He needs a lineup. And I went to the mom and I was like, which one needs a lineup? I can take him in the back. She's like, you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing? I was like, yes, but I'm gonna warn you, like, we're all students here. And she was like, oh, y'all are all students. She was like, well, let me see your work. And at that time, I just didn't, I didn't pull it up for her. She was just like, all right, well, I want somebody else. And it's not my job to argue or to give any confrontation or negative energy back to the client. I just told her, you can pick whoever you want in the shop. It does not have to be me. So I'm never going to take any offense. I get that there's a stigma or a stereotype that women aren't going to give the best cuts as men. But honestly, I know what I like to see on a man. I know what's a crispy fade, and I've been a part of the industry for so long. I was like in middle school doing house calls to Bulls players. Like, I've been a part of the industry for a long time, helping out my dad. Like, this is a part of my DNA. So I feel like I don't have to explain that to anybody. And if you're going into it with a negative notion, then that's nothing that I want to be a part of. Right.
Yeah, so the person that ended up cutting their hair, was you better than them?
I don't know who ended up cutting their hair. I was on lunch break anyway, so it didn't matter to me. I told her, I don't need to be the one to cut your hair, like your son's hair. I want to go eat. I ain't say that, but that's
how you felt about it.
That's how I felt.
Yeah. Was that the only time something like that happened to you?
No, it happens. So Mr. G will give me cuts. And a lot of the times, the kids will be in my chair, and their dads will just like keep pacing. They'll go from the chair to my chair. They'll go to their chair to my chair, their chair to my chair, sitting in the waiting room. And when they see that like the shit's coming out crispy, they'll sit their ass back down. So it happens all the time. But I usually I perform for myself. Like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm very confident with it. So usually I don't get any negative feedback. They just sit back down, and that's like how I know it's a go.
So you learned how to cut before you even went to barber school?
Oh, for sure.
Basically.
For sure.
That's what I kind of seen in the industry too, that a lot of people really just go to school to get the certification.
Facts.
To be legal and to be able to, you know what I'm saying, work in the barbershop.
Facts.
But majority of the time, people already know how to cut before they even get to school.
Facts. There is so much talent at Dave's Cave right now. Like, anybody that steps in that shop is lucky to get a cut by any of us. Yeah. Like, there's so much talent in there. We have, like, literal barber influencers that are students right now just from posting their work at school. Like, we have people that are getting money off of TikTok and Instagram just solely off of posting their work at Dave's Cave.
Who's the best barber in there?
Who's the best barber? Of course, Greg. What you mean? Greg, duh.
He the best. You said there's influencers in there.
There are, but Greg doesn't use social media like that. If he did, he'd be up there also. But, you know, we're the newer generation, so we're going to use it.
So y'all learn a lot from him?
We do learn a lot from him, and he creates a culture that everybody's comfortable in, and everybody feels very confident in what they're doing and able to ask questions when it needs to be. So, yeah, it's dope over there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What you think about a lot of, since we talking about social media, I see a lot on social media in barbershops, how they got the strippers in there now, dancing next to the chairs. You ever seen that?
I've never seen that.
You never seen that?
I mean, I've never seen that, but people
they not stripping, but they dancing. Like,
yeah, people have told me about that, but they've told me that that's in like Puerto Rico or like more of like Latin American countries, where like you would never see that shit here, in the States.
No, that I seen on social media. That's going down in the States.
Really?
Yeah, they dancing. It's a part of, like, I guess it's.
That's dope. Ambiance. That's dope.
You think so?
I do. I mean, when I open up my shop, I want it to be a place that you stop before you go out to the bar type shit. Like, I want it to be a man's kind of cave where they can get pampered, they can feel good, they can have a drink while they're getting a lineup, and then they go spend some money. Like, I think
you gonna have strippers in the back.
I don't know about strippers,
what they spending money on?
On the service and the complimentary drink.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's like common in the barbershop. You know,
but I don't think I gotta go that far. I feel like our skills are gonna speak for itself when I have a full staff. Personally,
I think they're going too far with that, having women dance, you know, while men getting their hair cut, they dance.
I mean, I don't think it's sanitary. It's like not the place for that.
Yeah, I think it's some BS.
Yeah.
So it's a barber competition coming up.
It is.
You getting in it?
Are you coming?
Of course.
Period. All right, bet.
Of course. Where the competition gonna be at?
It's gonna be in Gurney at the Holiday Inn, and you guys can come and check me out.
So you in the competition?
Of course I'm in the competition.
What category?
So we're in most creative category since I am still a student.
Oh, most creative?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna win?
Of course. What you mean? I'm bringing home trophies.
Who's your competition you gotta look out for that's getting in there with you?
I think I'll be looking out mostly for either Amadeus or Angel. They're so good and they're like brothers to me. I fuck with them and I fuck with their work. I have so much respect for them, so I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Amadeus?
Yes.
You know, I've been knowing Amadeus for a long time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my son used to cut his hair.
What?
He used to come
Your
to my
son
shop.
used to cut Amadeus' hair?
Definitely.
That's really cool.
I think my son might have even inspired him to be a barber.
Dude, that's what's up. That's really cool. It's really cool when you see the person that get to inspire you. That's dope.
Yeah, that's what's up. Man, I'm going to bring Amadeus in here next. So he going...
When's he coming?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, he going to come in here. And I'm going to ask him about you.
You should. We'll see what he says.
Actually, he the one that told me to get you down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I told you, we're like this. Like, I really got love for them guys. Like, at the barbershop and at the barber school, like, Mr. G really makes it a place where we feel confident and comfortable with everybody there.
That's what's up. All right, Ryann So Fly. So, tell me where you envision yourself in the future as a female barber. Like, where you want to be at, and what are the steps that you're gonna take to get there?
Okay. Where I see myself in the next, let's say, 5 years, we'll be opening a couple of different shops. I love the idea of an all-woman staff pampering men and catering to their needs in a professional way, of course.
All women barbers?
All women barbers, all women tattoo artists, all women artists in general.
Oh, I think that'd be cool. We might don't even want to put that out because somebody gonna bite your swag.
Ooh, maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna keep that under wraps.
That might be kind of slick.
That might be too slick. Yeah, all women, like, we need pedicures, tattoos, you know, linings, all that.
Yeah, that's going hard. That's going real.
I would also love a salon catered to women, by women, owned by Black women, you know, and maybe even a mobile barbershop. So that's what I see in the next few years, as well as products coming out and a clothing line. I love the idea of, honestly, I don't want to say too much. Right, yeah, I can't say too much.
Yeah, you don't want to get your ideas.
No, I don't.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Exactly.
People, you know,
people gonna take them and run.
They'll take them and run. And even if you don't, like, speak on it on social media, but you put it in the air,
you already know
it's
it can
out
get
there.
Snatched.
Yeah, it's out there.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so
y'all got that little snippet, but nothing else.
Nothing else. But she definitely got you got some heat coming for her.
Of course. Just know I'm steady working and grinding, and y'all gonna see me. Y'all gonna hear about me.
That's what's up. So since how long you've been, I know you said you was cutting Bears players, basketball players. Tell me one of the famous players you cut.
Do you guys know Stacey King? With the Stacey King hot sauce, he used to cut with Michael Jordan. He used to play with Michael Jordan.
Stacey King, I think so.
Yes, yeah. And Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
Scottie Pippen.
yes.
You cut Scottie?
No, I cut Stacey King. Oh, he was one of the players that we would do house calls for whenever he couldn't make it to the shop.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we would cut him and his boys' hair.
You cut Stacey King yourself, or you was just helping Dad?
I was helping Dad.
What would you help him do?
So we would go to the crib and I would set up for him. I would make sure that we had all the guards and everything set. And I would just make sure that it was a good experience, whether my dad needed something plugged in or untangled or cleansed or put away. Like, I was just able to observe, and honestly, growing up, he was a mentor. Mm-hmm. So that's what I was. I was just being a sponge absorbing knowledge, like, honestly. And it was just fun to be in a creative environment so young in school and just have a different experience from other kids.
That's what's up. So how important is it for a young lady, a little girl, to have their dad in their life?
Man, it's one of the most important things. It really is, because honestly, you are your parents. So to be able to have that connection and relationship is so special. It really is, and it's valuable for sure. That's
what's up. So tell us something. Tell us a jewel that your dad gave you besides the barbering game. Tell us something that
something that will always stick with me is say what you mean and mean what you say. Meaning that if you say something, stand on it and be about it. And if you mean it, then do it. And that will always stick with me. So whatever I say, I'm gonna make sure in my power that I'm gonna do it. For sure. No matter what the cause is and no matter like what's in my way, if I said I'm gonna do it, then it's gonna happen. Like finishing barber school, getting my license and opening these shops. It's gonna happen because I said it was.
That's what's up. So how long you got left in barber school?
I'll be done before the end of the year for sure.
Oh, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. You looking forward to that?
Of course. Yes.
You got a shop that you want to work in already? Or?
I've been going on a couple tours to check out different shops. A lot of shops have been reaching out to me on Instagram after I made my hair cutting page, Ryann Cuts. So a lot of shops have been adding me. I don't even know how they found my page, but they've been adding me and they've been reaching out. Like, I see your work and I would love for you to like either intern, apprentice, or like eventually work with us. So I have a couple places on my radar.
That's what's up. So before you go, you got to tell us about that barber competition you're going to be in. Where it's at, what time, who going to be there, and what's going down.
Yes, I'm so excited. We are going to have Skin Bone and Corporate. They are going to be the entertainment. We also have some singers, some other comedians, and we have a lot of vendors. We have a lot of barbers that are going to be cutting from everywhere. We have barbers that aren't only students, but also are professionals that are waiting to win the grand prize. I won't tell you guys what it is yet, but we will be at the Holiday Inn in Gurney, Illinois from... I don't know that.
You don't know the time. What's the date? What date is it?
So this will be on August 6th at the Holiday Inn.
So this Sunday.
Yes, this Sunday.
So this Sunday is going down.
Come out and see the kid.
That's what's up. Ryan, I see a real bright future for you in the barber game.
Thank you so much.
You got a real beautiful personality.
Thank you.
And I enjoyed interviewing you.
Sick.
Tell the people where they can find you at before we go.
Okay, for sure. You guys can find me on Instagram at Ryann So Fly. That is my main account. If you guys are looking for cuts, braids, styles, whatever the case may be, you can find me at Ryann Cuts on Instagram. And it's spelled RYANNCUTS. And yeah.
Ryann So Fly.
Ryann So Fly is leaving the building.
Appreciate you, Ryan.
Thank you so much.